If Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen were to be thrown into the Lord of the Mysteries universe with all his abilities intact, what pathway and what sequence would he be? For the purpose of this video, we are going to be taking just Gojo's main abilities into account, which are his Limitless, his 6 eyes, blue, red, purple, and his domain expansion. We can see that these are all spatial based ability, and altogether you can say they grant him limited authority over space. So straight away we look at the spatial based pathways in Lord of the Mysteries. Now, at high sequences, all pathways in Lord of the Mysteries have direct relationships with concepts like space and space-time. But the 3 pathways that focuses more on space, even at mid sequences, are the Apprentice pathway, the Fool pathway, and the Marauder pathway. Out of these 3 pathways, the one where ability is more similar or more suited to Gojo's in terms of manipulating space, short-range teleportation, destroying space, would be the Apprentice pathway. I do think that if Gojo were to be in Lord of the Mysteries, he will be a Beyonder of the Apprentice pathway. The question is, what sequence would he be within this pathway? Like I said earlier, all of Gojo's abilities grant him some sort of limited authority over space, which straight away puts him at the level of a mid-sequence Beyonder. He can't be a low-sequence Beyonder because usually in Lord of the Mysteries, Beyonders at sequence 6 or sequence 5 for most pathways begin to wield authorities or begin to wield partial authorities and deal with concepts. So I did think he's going to be within that range of either a sequence 6 or sequence 5 up to a sequence 3. I don't think it's a sequence 2 Beyonder because those are just too broken. Taking a look again at his abilities, if you look at the sequence 5 of the Apprentice pathway, they have the ability to manipulate space in a short distance around them. They have the ability of short distance teleportation like Gojo, but what they do not have is the ability to infinitely divide space around them passively, which is the limitless barrier that Gojo can produce. They also do not have an effect similar to mythical creatures' form. Now, I say similar because that is what Gojo's domain expansion in essence is. It's very similar to the mythical form of a demigod level Beyonder in Lord of the Mysteries, where it overloads your senses and can destroy you with information if you are caught within that domain. The difference being that Gojo's domain has a range, while the range of a mythical creature essentially is as much as you can see it. So once you can see it, then that's it, really, if you're not a demigod and Beyonder. So for me, this puts Gojo at a sequence 4 Beyonder of the Apprentice pathway. Do I think he will be able to beat or fight any sequence 4 demigod in Lord of the Mysteries? No, I don't think so. I don't think with his abilities he would have the battle effectiveness of a sequence 5 at the very best, simply because there are lots of abilities in Lord of the Mysteries that don't need to overcome physical distance before they harm you. Abilities that work on sight, hearing, or just infection through the mind. There's a lot of abilities that don't need to pass through that physical spatial barrier to harm you. Therefore, I don't think he's very well equipped to deal with the multitude of abilities in Lord of the Mysteries. That being said, because he wields that authority, because his abilities essentially grant him some authority, I would place him as a sequence 4 Beyonder, the weakest one, but a sequence 4 demigod of the Apprentice pathway. His domain being what just edges him and pushes him into sequence 4. But in terms of everything else, battle effectiveness, I think he will be a sequence 5. So guys, that's what I think. Let me know what you think. Let me know where he would be. And let me know where you think characters from other major shows will fit in the Lord of the Mysteries universe. I'll see you guys in the next one.